You are watching Shalom World News. I'm David Kerr from Lansing in Michigan, and these are your latest news headlines from around the world. A Polish family who were martyred by the Nazis for providing refuge to Jews have been beatified by the church. The Ulma family from Markowa in southeastern Poland, comprised of Father Józef, Mother Wiktoria, and their 7 children. They were killed on March the 24th, 1944, after the Nazi authorities discovered they had been harbouring 2 Jewish families. The beatification ceremony took place on Sunday in Markowa, with Holy Mass being offered by the prefect for the Congregation for the Causes of Saints, Cardinal Marcello Semerano. Pope Francis has offered prayers for the thousands of people killed due to an earthquake in Morocco. The quake, which registered 6.8 on the Richter scale, struck central Morocco on Friday night. It's estimated that over 2,000 people have been killed so far, with a similar number injured. Speaking after his Sunday Angelus in Rome, Pope Francis expressed his spiritual closeness to the Moroccan people. Meanwhile, the Vatican's charitable agency Caritas Internationalis is at the forefront of dispatching emergency supplies to those affected by the earthquake in Morocco. The international body is working in cooperation with its local affiliate, Caritas Morocco. The UK government has reminded police forces across England and Wales that praying outside abortion clinics is not a crime. In March, the British Parliament passed legislation establishing 150-metre buffer zones around abortion clinics. These zones prohibit pro-lifers from engaging in any activity that could sway any person's decision to access, provide or facilitate an abortion. Now the UK Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, has clarified that this does not include silent prayer. In a letter to police chief constables across England and Wales, she said she wants to remind police officers of the importance of remaining impartial while also performing their legal obligations. A year of the Eucharist has started in Ecuador ahead of the International Eucharistic Congress, which will be held in the capital city of Quito next year. Archbishop Alfredo Jose Espinosa of Quito began the year of the Eucharist on September the 8th. It will conclude with the closing Mass of the International Eucharistic Congress on September the 15th, 2024. A Nigerian seminarian has died after the parish rectory where he was residing was set ablaze by Islamist Fulani militants. 25-year-old Naaman Nanlami was staying at the St. Raphael Fadin Kamantan parish in the Kafachan diocese when it was set on fire last week. The parish's rector and assistant priest both managed to flee to safety. It is alleged that the attack lasted for more than an hour, with no help provided by the Nigerian military. A Christian couple in Pakistan have been arrested on blasphemy charges after torn pages of the Quran were allegedly found at their home in the city of Lahore. Shukat and Kiran Misa have been charged under Section 295B of the Pakistan Penal Code. They could now potentially face life in prison. Meanwhile, India has witnessed 525 acts of violence against Christians in the first 212 days of this year. That's according to new figures published by the Christian organisation United Christian Forum. They show that June of this year registered the highest number of incidents, with 89 acts of violence being committed against Christians. The United Christian Forum says that such incidents of violence against Christians have been on the rise in India since 2014. The mother of a teenage girl who was bullied in school and eventually sex trafficked is suing her daughter's school district in the state of Virginia for withholding information that the teenage student was claiming to identify as a male at school. Michelle Blair, who's the mother of Sage Blair, has filed a lawsuit against the Appomattox County School Board and district school staff for actions that she alleged deprive her of properly parenting her child. Mrs. Blair claims that her daughter was severely bullied at school, which she was aware of, but alleges that the school district withheld information about why the bullying was happening. A New York-based human rights group says that the Taliban are persecuting Afghan girls and women in breach of international law. International Justice Director of Human Rights Watch, Elizabeth Evanson, says there must now be a coordinated support from concerned governments to bring the responsible Taliban leaders to justice. The Taliban regained control of war-torn Afghanistan in August 2021. An ecumenical prayer vigil is to be held in Rome ahead of next month's Synod on Synodality. The vigil will be held on September the 30th. It will feature Pope Francis, the Orthodox Ecumenical Patriarch of Constantinople, Bartholomew I, and the prominent Anglican clergyman Justin Welby. The organisers say they hope the vigil highlights a commitment to unity and peace and the importance of praying for the unity of all Christians. The vigil will also bring together over 3,000 young adults from more than 40 nations for a weekend of sharing, workshops, testimonies and worship in Rome. The Synod on Synodality will take place from the 4th to the 29th of October. Well, that's your latest headlines for now. Do join us for more tomorrow. You can also join us at swnews.org for news updates. Shalom.